Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. Today we're going to be going to the Old Farmers Almanac to find out 7 ways that companion planting can help your garden. Hello and welcome back to Mountain Patriot Homestead. I have been going through my stacks of saved seeds here and going through my Farmer's Almanac, my Old Farmer's Almanac, the 2024 version, and I have so got the gardening bug, but I know that I'm just in the planting phases right now because I can't get out there and plant anything because this morning it was 20. And even though it's supposed to be 70 by Wednesday, I know that the likelihood of it actually staying warm from now on is probably a very small chance. So I am not going to get too carried away yet, but that doesn't stop me from planning. And today I wanted to speak to you, since I had my Old Farmer's Almanac out, it reminded me about companion planting, and I wanted to talk to you about that and just kind of get our feet wet. We're not going to go too far in depth in it. I'm not going to discuss exactly what plants to plant with what and what not to plant close together, but I wanted to just start out slow and talk about 7 ways that companion planting can help your garden. So, number 7 is weed suppression. Planting things underneath taller plants to help shade the ground to keep the weeds from growing, because you know weeds like sunshine, and if they're getting shaded and they're not getting as much sunshine, they won't grow near as much or as fast as they would if they have a bare earth there. That's why I don't like bare earth in a garden. I think it's a concept that I was raised up, you know, hoeing and keeping things out from under the plants, but I've learned over the years that just doesn't seem to work for me. I know it worked wonderfully for my daddy. My daddy had beautiful gardens. It does not work for me as well. And so I do things a little differently. So I plant differently. And I have a method that works for me. But we'll go into that topic at a later date. So if you want to see more of these type videos, if you'll subscribe so you get notifications of future videos, give this video a thumbs up so YouTube will know to share this video with other people. You can share this video with other people, and also if you would like to see more of these type videos, just put the word "more" down in the comments and I will know that this is a trail that I need to continue to follow. So number 7 is weed suppression. Think planting pumpkin under corn. Just get that mental image. So weed suppression is one of the ways that companion planting helps in the garden. Number 6, it improves soil fertility, because some of the plants that you can plant in your garden, think beans, add nitrogen back to the soil, and some plants have long tap roots, think burdock, that will pull the nutrients from deep in the ground up to the shallower roots of other vegetables and flowers that are in your garden and share with them. So improving soil fertility is very important. That's number 6 on our list. Number 5 is improving plant health. Some plants just benefit from other plants nearby. It is almost a I don't want to use the word symbiotic relationship, but some plants just like other plants being close to them. An odd one is roses and onions. You may not know that, maybe you do, but roses like having onions around for whatever reason, and it does improve the health of them. Another one, number 4. I'm having a look at my list so I don't get off track. Number 4, natural support. Sunflowers. Sunflowers grow tall, most of them. Corn. If you use a taller plant as a natural support, then you can plant beans, you can plant cucumbers, peas that will vine and grow up those plants. Here a couple of years ago, I guess, I grew okra, 2 years ago, I grew okra that I had okra plants that were, wanting to say my tallest one was 16 foot tall. I'd never grown okra. I don't know what happened with these okra plants. They went crazy, and they were 16, my tallest was 16 foot tall and had a base approximately this big around. We had to saw them down. They were that big, and were completely strong enough to hold up vining plants growing up them. So think tall plants, natural support, and using that as companion plants. Number 3, shade plants. Now, some people don't understand that, some plants in your garden need shade. One of the plants that I learned just accidentally a few years ago, because I'd never thought of it as liking shade, is cilantro. But I learned because I had friends who had cilantro in their garden, and by the time July rolled around, their cilantro had bolted and died out and was gone because of the heat. But my cilantro I had planted under my thickly growing tomato plants. It was shading, the tomato plants were sprawling and were over the top of the cilantro, but the cilantro was thriving underneath the shade of these tomato plants. So some things even that you don't think might enjoy the shade might enjoy the cooler temperatures in that shade. Lettuce is another one that likes shade. So the number 3 benefit is the shade for companion planting. Number 2, and this one is really important to me, and I make sure that when I plant, I intersperse things that my pollinators are really going to enjoy, and things that other beneficiary insects and birds will enjoy. I don't plant sunflowers in my garden just to attract the bird, or just to, for me, I don't plant sunflowers to eat the sunflower seeds. I plant them because it seems to attract birds who like the sunflower seeds. It attracts bumblebees. They like it. But it also, because of that, seems to bring in some of the other birds that eat the pest off the plants. When I was overrun with hornworms, I all of a sudden had a bunch of birds that come in there and took care of a lot of that. Bee balm with my bees, So make sure you plant things that are going to attract your beneficial pollinators and pest keepers, so to speak. Hummingbirds. I have a lot of hummingbirds come to the garden. So that's number 2. And the number 1 reason is deterring pests. Some plants that you can plant close to other plants will actually deter pests off of plants that are prone to being attacked by certain insects. And again, I I know on some of these I did go into more detail, but if you really would like to know more about companion planting, let me know in the comments and we'll go in depth on each one of these to talk more about what plants are beneficial for you to have in your garden and close together for companion planting. And hopefully by then I can say companion planting without stumbling over them. Doubtful, but you know, we can always try. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you again real soon here at Mountain Patriot Homestead. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.